I keep it 100, like boarded in the streets, but especially when recording. Mint tea in the morning, then I beat up the beat like doors to a Mormon.
Yo, Niro. Yo, welcome to, another episode of Young Clips Chair Game Podcast. I'm your host, Dovey the Dan. You know what I'm saying? Like the intro? You feel the intro?
Do it again.
Dovey the Dan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's up, bro? How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. We've been trying to link up for a minute.
I know, since like August,
Yeah. Well, we almost made it happen once, but I guess things got busy, life got busy.
Yeah.
But
I feel everything happens at the right time.
At the right time, you know?
Exactly.
Like everything happens at the right time. I really am a true believer in that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to that.
That's how you try to gear your life towards.
Yeah. It's like no matter how fast you want something done, it's not going to happen until it's supposed to happen. So.
It's true. And sometimes if you force it, it can like mess up, or something bad could come from it.
Exactly. So it's like if you're forcing a situation, you're not really letting the nature take its course. So when you don't let the nature take its course, unfortunately, then things don't really go the way you want it to. I mean, but at the end of the day, you're still pretty much getting what you want, but not really at the same time. So you're not going to be happy.
No, facts.
Yeah?
Facts. Yeah, like this little Michael Jackson blazer you got.
I'm going to give you a little secret of mine.
Okay.
Bro, it's just winners, bro.
Wow.
You're always able to find something. I got it. I'm not a play hater.
I hear you. Winners,
Like the funny thing about winners, you always go there with something in mind, and you come out with something totally different, but something worthwhile. It's good.
Spending more money than you planned, dude.
20, 30 dollars extra. You're like, I gotta have it.
Plus, the pricing is nice.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel comfortable, like picking up. You know what I'm saying? Until you reach the cash, it just adds up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why they call it winners, right?
Bars. Yeah, bro. So, Niro, Emperor. You know your name is Emperor, right? He was an emperor.
You know the funny story with that is like, because we're going to get into it, like where I'm from and everything, and where I was born and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like ever since I've been here, growing up, that's one of the main things I heard when I introduced my name to people. It's like, like the Roman Emperor. Growing up, I had no idea what the story was, right? I just kept going with it,
Okay.
And then as I got older, I'm like, you know what? I want to know what the story's about. I still don't know what the story's about. I just know it's a Roman emperor that was playing a violin while watching the whole
city burn or something like that. Yeah. And then he blamed it on the Christians.
And he was a bad guy.
And he tried to wipe out all the Christians at that time.
So say hello to the bad guy.
You don't need a bad guy like him. So you can point the finger. Scarface. But yeah, bro. Okay. No, but your name is still powerful. You know what I mean? Even though, it's funny. Like my name is Duval, and there was a horrible Haitian president at one point named Duvalier.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently he was horrible, killing a lot of people and stuff like that. Haitian people that So don't worry. I share your. I can relate with you. We got powerful names, but from bad people. You know what I'm trying to say?
That we're trying to make good now.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta fix that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell me, who is Niro? Tell me, like, where did it all start, bro? Where it all from? Like,
well, it started with my mom's womb.
Yeah, I hope so.
No, but I mean, I was not born in Canada. I was born in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I came here when I was 5 years old.
So you have such a good Canadian accent.
Because I came here when I was 5 years old.
Okay, 5 years old.
Yeah, I grew up here. I went to school here.
You're Canadian.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a Canadian.
Yeah.
But my born country was in Canada.
Okay.
I'm from Sri Lanka. So that's where it originated from, and then we came here. Okay. And just took over, taking over the way of living Canadian lifestyle.
Yeah. Okay, so talk to me a bit about Sri Lanka. What do you remember? Because 5 was pretty.
I mean, I don't remember much. So pretty much the way I remember things is through stories that my mom tells me, and my mom has like these amazing storytelling skills because she's just so passionate about it because she lived it, right? So sometimes when she gets really deep into it, I start thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, it's like we did make it from like a tough background to make it to a free country like Canada.
Okay.
And just like many others have as well, not just us, right? Just with the recent events that's going on in Palestine and with Syria and stuff. With Israel, sorry.
Which side you want?
Well, no, I'm not going to get involved.
You don't want to get canceled?
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's sad what happens
for sure.
in
Either way,
countries like that.
no, for sure. Everybody's losing.
Yeah.
Everybody's losing. You know what I'm saying? And love is love. Technically, there shouldn't be no right or wrong side. It should just be peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
But with greed, power, money,
For sure.
that's where the devil comes into play, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so
talk to me a bit about Sri Lanka. What's
so yeah, the reason why we left is because back in the days there was this whole civil war that was going on for about like 30 years that ended in I believe 2009. Yes, 2009 was the final year of like the bloodshed.
So there was a civil war.
Civil war. So it was pretty much two like different cultures and different languages. If you want to compare it to like the English or French, but there it got to a point of a civil war. So the Tamil, what I am, Tamil,
Okay.
have the majority there. They're called the Sinhalese. So they're different language speaking people.
Okay, so what's the difference between Tamil and Shingle?
Mainly, I would say it's a religion.
Okay.
Mainly, it's a religion that's different.
Okay,
mainly, most Tamils are Hindus.
Okay.
And most Sinhalese are either Muslims or Catholic.
Muslims are Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the two that were warring against each other.
Yeah. So if you want to go, we'll go with languages. So the language that I spoke is Tamil.
Okay.
Tamil.
Okay.
And the language that they spoke is Sinhalese.
Okay.
So it's Tamil against the Sinhalese, or Sinhalese against Tamil, whichever way you want to put it.
Is that how they put it? Like they put it in terms of language? That's how they divide it?
Pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like saying the English against the French back
Exactly.
in the days.
Exactly. English. That's what I was trying to make the comparison with before.
Okay.
So I mean, just like many others, thousands of other people, like my family was affected by it.
Okay.
I've lost uncles, aunts, cousins to that war.
Okay. Was it a thing where like they're fighting to see like a political thing? Who should be like the leader of the country or something like that?
Well, no, not basically. That's not it. Basically, the Tamil people wanted their independence, and the Sinhalese being the majority, they were the government. So it was them against, so both sides against each other. So basically, that's what it was. It was like people that just wanted independence.
Do you know the history of Sri Lanka? Like, how did the Sinhalese even get to be the dominant ones? You know, like, were they colonized or?
No, I'm going to be completely honest with you. To that extent. Like I said, I've been here since I was 5 years old.
For sure.
So I know a lot more Canadian history than I know of my own Sri Lankan history. You know?
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So during the war now, like you guys had to run away, like so basically like refugees.
Well, pretty much. Yeah, we came here as refugees.
Okay.
So my dad was able to come here first, work and sponsor us to come over here as refugees. But coming here was that's where when my mom tells the stories, it becomes very like enticing to hear because the way she tells the stories, these are true events that happen in her life and in our life as well, right? So some traumatic memories that I might have from Sri Lanka is based pretty much through storytelling from my mom.
Okay, so let's share a story with us if you don't mind.
Well, no, I don't mind. One of the stories is my mom. I remember my mom telling me the story of once she was carrying me in her arms, and I have an older sibling, an older brother, and he was walking, holding my mom's hand, and we had to like go through the forest quiet or something like that to get to the river in order to
basically running away.
Yeah, exactly, to get to the canoe, but we had to be super quiet because it was like midnight, so we couldn't really make noise or else we would have been caught, right? So I was, being the baby that I was at that time, I was like 1 year old, I just wouldn't stop crying. Crying.
Trust me, I know what that is, having a 8-month-old daughter right now. Man, getting them to be quiet sometimes is impossible.
Yeah, especially in that kind of scenario. Imagine forever, right?
Yeah.
So imagine your daughter forever. She's just, you saying like she's crying out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now imagine hearing like big bomb blasts and everything going around, big noise,
scared them of being frightened. Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
So how did she keep you quiet?
Well, I mean, I guess it was all God's grace. I mean, she was able to keep me quiet somehow.
Wow.
Maybe.
The only thing that quiets my daughter is titty in her mouth. Remember you got the titty in your mouth, right? Yeah.
Yo, man, I hope that wasn't how it kept me quiet, but no. No, I think maybe probably like just like a hand on the mouth, like quiet, you know, stuff like that. But, yeah, so that's one of the stories of how we like had to sneak away in the middle of the night, you know, and me being a baby and I was crying like my eyes out, I was being super loud. And we still managed to escape and not get caught. Because if we were to get caught, who knows what would have happened.
What would have happened? Probably kill you guys.
Most probably, yeah.
Wow. Do you see any like dead bodies or anything like that?
Yeah, I do remember vaguely seeing it, but like I said, I was so young. So I have these flashbacks of seeing like limbs and stuff like that here on the sidewalks and stuff like that. But other than that, it was mainly through all storytelling, you know. And apparently, I was not a very like healthy child either. I was ill. The doctor couldn't figure out what was going on. There wasn't much hospital open because the hospital was getting bombed too. So at one point, another midnight story is like I fainted, and my mom had to get me to the hospital because I was just pretty much a baby, unconscious baby, right? So she was like running from hospital to hospital, no one would take us in. And then finally she was able to find a hospital in the middle of nowhere. And luckily they took me in and the doctors saw me and kept me overnight. Again, we didn't know if that hospital was going to get bombed, that the hospital that we were in, that my mom brought me to as a baby. It's all like by chance at that time, right? It's all taking a chance of...
Yeah, because as you were saying, you have aunties and uncles that weren't that lucky.
Exactly, they passed away. One of my uncles was a police officer back home in Sri Lanka, and there used to be landmines, right? Landmines are little bombs that are planted like underground where you walk over and they explode, right?
Step on it.
Exactly. So he was having like a police conference or whatnot, and he went to take a phone call, and then when he came back, he stepped on a landmine that he didn't know, or someone stepped on a landmine around him, and the place that he was in like exploded. And there was no parts of him that was ever recovered. Wow. You know, so yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, these are stories that I'm able to talk about right now because the thing is, like, even though I was such a kid and I don't really remember much, I still like hold it deep down inside from what my parents experienced. And seeing what's going on around the world growing up, you're like, okay, well, you know what? I've been through a similar situation. I feel that pain. I can relate to those people. And that's in full circle coming to everything that I don't take granted for, because of the fact that the little thing just doesn't matter to me as much as I could. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone because I'm not. But when people complain about that little thing in my head, I'm like, I have no complaints about that whatsoever.
So you're saying even though like you were still fairly young, like that whole story resonates with you and it impacts you, right? It's a part of your life.
For sure. It brought me to the person I am. I would be lying to say if I didn't.
Yeah.
Parts of it for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though most of the time I grew up here.
Yeah.
But that definitely affected me. Definitely affected me, for sure.
That's deep, man. Thank you for sharing that, bro.
No worries, man. It's not every day I get to share. Well, it's different. Some people I get to share this like on a more like regular basis, I would say. But I mean, it's good to talk about.
No, for sure. And as you said, for people who can relate or going through similar things, like, you know, sometimes it feels good knowing that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Going through like, certain things in this world,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's good, he made it. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
exactly.
For sure. All right. So what about after that? Like you came to, you guys move out here.
After that, I came to Canada. I was like in a free country. I ran wild, man. I ran wild.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't a model kid growing up for sure.
You want to know what?
I wasn't a model kid.
Okay. Oh, you're a bad boy.
I mean, bad boy in the sense of like causing mischief,
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
I used to love watching that show, by the way.
No, for sure.
Man, they don't make TV shows like they used to.
Classic. So, like, what kind of, you said you're causing mischief? Like,
Any kid that would cause mischief growing up, right?
Getting suspended.
I'm gonna say, yeah, for sure, for like dumb reasons,
Reasons.
For throwing an apple out of a school bus window while it's going and hitting someone in the head,
Stuff like that, yeah.
But the stories that me and my friends back in the day used to get into were just, I don't know, just like any other kid growing up here. Because they had the freedom to do it over here, right? So they don't have to worry about like any terror, they don't have to worry about any wars going on here. So it's pretty much living as a kid should live.
For sure. So getting older, did you like live any bit of a street life? Did you do like get into the streets a little bit, or you just kept it clean, good?
No, I wouldn't say I ever got into the street life. You know, it just never appealed to me.
Okay.
So, I mean, do I know people? Do I have friends? I ain't gonna say shit.
No.
But what do you call it? I mean, at the end of the day, whatever I did in the past, it brought me to the person I am today. Yes, do I have any regrets of some things I've done? For sure. Who doesn't? No one's going to live a perfect life. But have I learned from everything that I've done in the past that brought me here? That took me a while, but yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember at one point you were telling me how there was a time in your life where you experienced some real serious depression. And you didn't really even want to be here anymore. Like, can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, that was after, like, for the people watching or people that knows me in my life know that several years back, I went through like a marriage.
Okay.
Right? So, and it didn't really work out, and that really got me in a funk because of the whole situation where it was pretty like eye-awakening and also soul-awakening as well. Because it got me to actually look at myself in the mirror for a very long time and look at my soul deep down inside and tell myself the person I really wanted to become. Not the person that I was trying to live back then. Because that was a whole different fiasco back then, right? So
how old were you around this time?
I was around 30 years old when that happened. Yeah, I'm 37 now, so like 7 years ago.
Okay, not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
Okay.
7 years seems a long time, but it's not.
It goes by quick.
There's a lot of things that happen in 7 years that can make you like change you
For
from 1 to 100.
For sure.
Yeah.
Were you guys married long?
No, not that long.
Okay.
No, very, very brief, very short, but it was just that, at the end of the day, it didn't work.
Were you like more heartbroken about it? Like
No, I guess it was just more the situation I put myself into. So at that time, I was like wasn't proud of myself, really was kind of ashamed.
Ashamed that it didn't work out, like ashamed to your family?
Yeah, pretty much. Because in our culture, in our like brown culture, if you want to say, it's like marriage is a big thing, right? And I think I took it very lightheartedly, and I wasn't serious about it at all when I should have been.
So you're saying you take part of the blame?
I took full blame.
Full blame. Okay.
I take full blame.
Yeah.
As a man, I take full blame.
Okay.
It took me a lot of time to realize what I had to realize.
So for those who are like maybe in a marriage right now and it's not working out, what are some things or some advice or some mistakes that you made that you could be like, yo, make sure you're doing this, that, and don't do this, that, where you said you fall short?
The main thing, there's only one thing that comes to mind when you ask me that question, is be honest. Be 100% honest. Because if you're 100% honest, then you have nothing else to worry about. Honesty, it goes like the extra mile.
Okay.
Extra mile.
Honest and open.
Don't hide, don't sneak around.
Behind their back.
Yeah, exactly. Or don't say something that you're not really finna do. It's like just honest, complete honesty.
When you say honest, it makes me think about communication a lot.
Yeah.
Because to be honest means you have to communicate, right? So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's part of it too, right?
Yeah, for sure, exactly. My communication level back then was like, it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of men who feel like, they're the husband, so they don't have to say nothing. Like, you're the wife, and like, don't ask me nothing, and I do what I gotta do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I mean, nowadays, man, I don't think that's the key anymore. Nowadays, things change. I mean, everything being changed in the year 2024 now.
Sure.
It's like, no, you have to have the communication. The communication is super, super important. Without communication, you guys just going to be two people living in one space, not really moving towards the goal. And as being in a relationship now, I see that is the main purpose, to be moving in one direction together as a force, so as a positive force,
Yeah, because even the Bible says two can't walk together unless they agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If we're not on the same page, it's not going to work
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It's understanding as well, right? It's like you have to be understanding of the other person. You also have to have your, what do you call it, your barriers, if you want to call it. But at the end of the day, it's all about communication and being honest. So like I said, yeah.
Okay, so back to what we were saying, how did this lead you into depression and all that?
So basically, I was just down and out in the dumps. I saw my life going one way, now it went totally another because of my decisions and whatnot. And it was just at one point, I was like, man, I risked losing my family, pretty much lost my friends, pretty much had nobody. Literally
you lost all of that based off how you were being, your decisions?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So
not just your wife, you're losing everything.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Like at one point, it felt like I had it all, like on the palm of my hand. I had everything that I wanted in life on the palm of my hand. And then one thing after another, I saw it be taken away. Trickle down to a point where I'm like, at one point I'm just by myself, I'm like, damn, I will literally have nobody because I pretty much screwed everyone in. So I'm like,
but like, how were you screwing everybody? Were you lying to everybody? Were you being a dickhead?
No, I wasn't being a dickhead. I was just, like I said, honesty is the best policy. I don't think I was being honest with anyone.
With anybody.
Yeah.
So you're just not trustworthy.
Oh yeah, exactly. At that point. And I guess life takes you through a certain situation to better you. Because life knows that
humble pie, I'm gonna say.
What?
God will give you a humble pie.
It was a humble pie, alright.
Yeah.
It was a humble pie, and I ate all that humble pie till I couldn't eat no more. And I'm so humble to my life right now because I gained my family back. I'm more closer to my family than I've ever been. I have things going good in my life. I met a beautiful girl I'm with for a couple of years now.
Okay, we're gonna get into that after.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not too much. I don't get to tell. But what do you call it? Man, so right now, after everything's been said and done, I look at myself in the mirror and I see the improvements I made. I see the changes I made, and I'm happy and content in the way and the direction that life is headed. And all I want now is just nothing but to stay on this course.
So, what advice would you give to someone who they're now in the position that you were in, where you didn't feel like being here anymore? What advice can you give to someone that I feel like giving up right now, and, maybe taking their own life?
It's hard to see it when you're going through it, but you have to realize that there's so much to live for. The life has so much to offer. There's so much beauty in this world that unfortunately that social media tends to kind of block it away. And I'm no guru, I'm not trying to be this whole holistic person right now, but spirituality, man, it's a big thing. Meditation, calming your mind, not letting your thoughts overtake the way you think. Because I believe that is the one that I'm still working on, constantly working on, is controlling my thoughts. Thoughts are the biggest factor of being able to live a happy life.
It's a big word.
Because if you could control your thoughts, and if you could just make sure you constantly have happy, positive thoughts, you're going to live a happy, more positive life.
Facts.
Doesn't mean you're going to get everything you want in life.
Facts.
Most probably not. But you're going to be living more happier than you were when you were not in those kind of thoughts. When you were telling yourself, why is it all happening to me? When you're telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I don't qualify, I will never fit in, I'll never be the person who I thought I was going to be. But once you start practicing the way you think, controlling your way of thoughts, taking in that positive affirmations every morning, you know, it changes a whole great deal. And some people might be watching this laughing like, oh, he's just talking out of his ass. But try it out and let me know what you think.
So basically the greatest battle is in your mind.
The greatest battle is in your mind.
So do you think like that's what saved you? Like controlling your mind? That's what saved you from crashing out?
You know what saved me was fitness, actually. Getting back into the gym. So it's a whole funny situation. When I was going through this whole ordeal, like I wanted to, this gym called World Gym just opened, and it's a whole brand new big concept gym with a swimming pool, the track inside. I was mesmerized because when I went to do their like workout in there, I'm like, I have to get myself in this place. So I started applying. 15 applications later, I finally get a phone call back. It's like, oh, we're looking for a nighttime employee. I'm like, whatever, I'll take any position you have. I just want to be in that environment, you know? I put myself in a positive environment, and then I started feeding off of it. I'm like, I started becoming more addictive. I'm like, instead of being in my room isolated, I feel so much better being out here in this positive environment where people just want to better themselves all day, every day. So,
but what made you go to the gym to begin with, especially in the state that you were in?
I started working there.
Just getting a job there. Okay.
Like, I need to get on my funk. I need to do something. Let me go work. Let me go work. I haven't been working lately. Let me go work. I'm like, maybe that's going to help me change my mood. But I just really wanted to work there. Really, I just had like this feeling of just wanting to work there. I want to get the call, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care for what position. If it's an overnight position, I'm gonna take it. It was for an overnight position. 6 months later, I'm becoming the assistant general manager.
From working overnight.
Yeah, from working overnight. Work a couple of weeks during the daytime. Showed what I'm able of doing during a couple of weeks, and some things just happen the way they do. There was an assistant manager before they got let go. There was another one that came in, and he had another better opportunity, so he moved on. So there was a way opening right there. And since I was in the daytime, now I have more experience. I'm like, I just want in. I want to learn the backwards of the business. I need to know how this whole industry works. I started watching videos on fitness. I started watching videos on how to run a business of a gym. I started actually learning while working there. And throughout COVID, when COVID started, that was a whole different experience being in the fitness world, the gym world, being open, close. And then I parted ways with World Gym, and now I'm the general manager at Buzzford Grossler. So if you want, come check it out.
So
workout.
You would advise someone that's going through depression,
definitely
go to the gym.
Exercise. Doesn't matter if you go to the gym. Go for a run. Start running. Go get some air, stretch. Do something to actually get you sweaty and get you out of your like comfort zone. Because what that happens is your endorphins are working when you work out. And when your endorphins are working, that's what makes you happy. When you're happy is when your endorphins are really working in your body system. So you want to be happy, you got to get your endorphins up. It's like a little trick. It's like a little cheat code. So once you start being like, oh my God, this feels good. I'm feeling happier. You want it. Your body's actually reacting to it. My body's craving more, and I want to go. But what I love about fitness, because people usually think fitness is just for the way you look, the way you physique-wise. It has way much more an impact on mental-wise. It keeps you more sharp. It keeps you more on point. It keeps you more accountable. If you really stick with it, I mean, I know it's the new year, so it's the whole new year, new me thing, and people only last for about a month or two. But, should we tell the people how we know each other?
How do we know each other? I don't know you, man. I don't know this nigga. What are you talking about?
What you doing here then? How do we know each other?
You know.
So we work together. Man, we work together. We both at work, man. Honestly, work would not be the same without you, man. I gotta give you your flowers. I'm telling you, it's like some days, man. Not trying to get too like emotional, or whatever. Even the days that I'm not feeling, man, I just come. It's just your presence, man. Your presence just lifts it up. And I love working with you, dog. I love working with you. Yeah.
It's crazy you say that because since I've changed my life. There's one thing that I've asked God, you know, because like now I'm on a spiritual journey too, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, all I ask is that your presence be with me. That's all I ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to hear you say there's something about my presence, that just tell me it's God.
Yeah.
God that's with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
You dropped a crazy gem just now.
Yes, I did.
You know what I'm saying?
What is it?
Fitness is not just for the physique, it's for the mind.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never even thought about it like that, you know, especially with the endorphins and everything.
Yo, bro, one thing I always say, physical fitness equals mental fitness. Yeah.
That's hard.
Just don't think it's physical, man.
That's hard.
Because once you work out your body, your brain gets just as strong or if not even stronger. And what did I say before? The only way to win the battle is by controlling your thoughts. And how you're going to control your thoughts? By making your brain stronger, dude.
You're right.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about, you have your own little fitness brand going on.
Yes. So I'm rocking it right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
NRJ Wheel.
NRJ
Well. I can't read it. I didn't go to school.
This ain't for the school kids. This ain't for the school kids. But yeah, energy well, man. So again, it's just like the fitness, the gym, the way of getting that endorphins. I find is like, well, first of all, my complete first name is Niro, right? So I took NRJ as an abbreviation because it sounds like energy, right? And
energy. Oh, exactly. I didn't think about that.
Exactly.
That's right.
So the energy well, right? So it's like a well that you go in to take the energy from, and it's within yourself, right? You can only find it within yourself, because no one else is going to make you go to the gym for you. No one's going to lift the weights for you. No one's going to run for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. And the way you're going to get the energy is within yourself. So my brand is all about looking within yourself to go on that extra mile, to reach for when it's grind time, to push. No matter what life may throws at you, you take it in, you learn the lesson, and you keep pushing.
So where do you see this brand going in the next few years?
Well, right now it just started off, so I'm actually looking to maybe prolong this brand into a fitness apparel, like clothing brand. But I mean, it's still in the works, still a discussion being had with the supplier. But we will know very soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, it's a fitness brand. It's a fitness brand that I was able to incorporate my name and the word I'm playing with the letters.
Push your basically, because you said this saved you in a sense.
Yeah.
So this is help pushing that message about fitness.
Exactly. And growing up, I always said, like as a kid, like I always wanted to be one to help someone else. You know, being able to help people. Maybe this is the way the universe and the God just telling me this is the way to help people. You know, it's like you've been through that. Like help people that are going through that to get out of that situation because you've been there, you've done the work, you've done the grunt work. You're not perfect, you'll never be because there's always constant work that you're going to have to do. I'm always going to have to better myself. I'm no good tomorrow if I don't work on myself today. You know,
so your end goal in all of this is to be able to have people say like, yo, you saved your brand helped me through hard times. And
not even say it, man. I just wanted to be able to help people. You know, I don't need no recognition. I'm not that type of person where I want the recognition. As long as I could see with my own eyes the positive impact, but the positive impact.
Okay.
That positive impact that it could have on people, then I'm blessed by it.
You're winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about relationships.
Oh, let's get into it.
I'm definitely clipping that part and promoting it.
Let's do it.
Areas. What do you call that dance?
Let's go speculate.
Don't kill me. So, for all the the ladies looking at Niro like, dang, he handsome. You know what I'm saying?
You know it. You know it.
You say you're off the market though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm happily off the market.
Yeah,
Happily off the market. Yeah. It's been quite a ride so far.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like we said before, everything has to take its course.
Yeah.
Everything happens the way it happens
Yeah.
to get you the destination where you're supposed to be. And right now, it's really looking good. Everything's looking good. I mean, there's always things that's going to have work to be done.
For sure.
But I mean, I've been blessed with finding her as well. So, and I think we like complement each other on the way of we're both into fitness.
Yeah.
And we're both into the sporting world.
Yeah.
We both are very social people,
Okay.
and we both are finally understanding on how to understand the other person, not just us and what we want or what direction we want, but how to incorporate what we want, what direction we want, in with the other person. Like I said, to move as one, So she makes me happy, dog. So at the end of the day, if she makes me
Shout out
happy,
wifey.
shout out wifey. Yeah.
So what's your definition of love?
Definition of love is, for me, I would say it's about. That's a tough one. It's about relating on a level that you don't really relate with someone else. Now, are you talking about like relationship love, or are you just talking about love in general? Relationship love, yeah. So you have to be vibing with someone like on a whole different level that you don't vibe with anyone else.
So connection.
Connection. Because, like, yes, sometimes there might not be chemistry there at the first get-go, but I believe chemistry is something that you can build, right? But the connection is...
But doesn't there have to be some type of level of chemistry at the beginning, or how are you gonna even have that attraction toward the person?
Oh, for sure, but that's attraction.
So attraction and chemistry is different.
To me, they are.
Okay.
To me, attraction and chemistry is
chemistry more builds. You're saying builds over time.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could build it over time. I'm sure there's chemistry that's being met right away, and they're like, oh my god, they hit it off so well because they vibe so well together. But it's like vibing with someone and like actually like getting along with the person to a point where you just feel super comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, not to a point where like, oh, if I say something, are they going to judge me like this, or are they going to think this way or that way? It's like just being super comfortable. And I guess to me, in a relationship-wise, that would be it, because I don't get that super comfortable with just random anybody. I'm not that person. I'm not a guy. So for me to be able to get super, super, super comfortable with someone, to me, that's love.
Okay, so comfortability is love to you.
Like I said, it's more of like vibing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say two people like each other. Should they get in a relationship and get to know each other while they're together, or should they wait until they fully know each other and then get in a relationship? How do you feel?
I don't know, man. Because for me, with my girl, it's literally we met and we said we liked each other. We started dating, obviously. We didn't go just all eggs in one basket. Then we started building chemistry, and we started seeing that, okay, we actually do like each other. But then there's other people that I heard that they've been friends for years and then ended up being in a relationship later part of their life.
I don't know. I kind of feel like a perfect relationship is also has good friendship in it.
For sure, but what's a perfect relationship? Other than you and God.
Okay, you're preaching. You're preaching. So maybe perfect's not the
I
right
have to get one out there. I have to get out one for this
Maybe
guy.
perfect's not the right word, but a very strong, healthy relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like friendship is a big factor in it. Like your significant other should also be
Your friend. Your best friend.
Yeah,
For
your
sure.
best friend.
For sure.
Your
best friend where you're like, yo,
Yeah.
you're like ride or die.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's like
facts,
you
facts.
tell her something, it's like, yo, don't ask questions.
Facts.
Just jump in the car and help me do something.
Facts,
It's like
facts.
which car we're taking.
Yeah.
You know? You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's dope. How long do you think people should wait before they pop the question in a relationship?
That all depends on the relationship, man. That all depends on. I mean, if it's something that they mutually want to do, then and they really feel deeply in love for each other, as long as everything is open and honest, then I don't see why not the question should be bought.
I think. I mean, sometimes you could never fully know somebody. Somebody could be hiding something from you for like 10 years.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
But like generally speaking, for the most part, you have a good idea of who this person is. I think 2 years is a good number, and after that, you should be able to know if like this is somebody you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with. What do you think?
2 years, I think that is the minimum time frame for someone to be able to be considered to be in like a serious committed relationship, or if it was just like a little fling. Well, little fling. 2 years, not little, but still, you know what I mean? But 2 years will be the minimum.
The minimum. So you're saying people should, let's say, because some girls get fed up. Like some girls, after 4 to 7 years, they feel like, okay, this man's wasting my time because he ain't proposing to marry me. What do you have to say to a female who feels that way?
I say, do you, boo boo? If he ain't giving you that ring in 7 years, damn.
Yeah.
Shit. Next.
So you agree?
7 years
It's too long, right?
If I was a girl and I have to wait 7 years for my man to get on his knees and give me a ring, pause, that's never happened.
Too much.
But yeah.
Okay, because you said 2 years is a minimum.
It's a minimum.
What if you could just give a number? What would be a good time you say to wait to be able to be like, all right?
Like to really know someone to a point where you want to spend the rest of your life with, I don't know. I would, like I said, based on the relationship, but if I had to be generalizing, I'd say like 3-4 years.
3-4 years.
3-4 years.
So after 3-4 years, you should know if there's somebody you want to marry.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just get comfortable too, especially men.
Yeah.
Men have that problem of just getting comfortable and like you're with her already. Maybe you guys have kids. Maybe you guys have this, that. Why get married? You know. But marriage.
But it all depends on what marriage means to that person, right? So to some people, marriage might just mean a piece of paper, and to another person, to another couple, it may mean a whole different realm of things.
Facts. For me, I feel like marriage has pushed me to become way more mature and give me accountability and force me to step up and move from the young boy to a man. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I always advise young men, like, if you really love that girl and you're with her for marriage, get married, because I feel like it pushes a man to be a man. You know what I'm trying to say? How you feel about that?
I mean, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
If that's the way you feel.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, if it's a positive thing and if it's something a guy wants to do and he wants to make the change, then do it. Do it. If you want to go by that, whole marriage book concept of you have to get married by a certain age, have a date by a certain age.
But like, is marriage important to you, or you feel like once you guys are together and you love and you're happy, that's okay?
See, the thing is, because I went through the whole marriage ordeal before, it's like, I'm gonna be completely honest, it doesn't have as a significant as it did to me in the past. Would I like to get married? Sure, if that's what it was meant to happen, But I'm not like.
So you're a little turned off from.
I wouldn't say I'm turned off. I'm just indifferent right now. I'm indifferent to a point where I'm like, I don't need to be married. Like personally for me. Sorry, I hate the mic, but I'm like personally for me.
If you're with your significant other for like the next 5-7 years, like you said, you don't think it's
I mean, again, it all depends. Like, if we're talking, like, are we going to have kids? Are we going to have to do this? Get a house together and stuff like that. Yeah, it all depends. But, I mean, eventually, would I like to get remarried? I don't know. I gotta be completely honest. I cannot say no, but I cannot say yes either. So I'm like literally in the middle. And right now, I'm just focusing on living a better life with me and my partner. With me individually and with my partner together as well. But I mean, if it leads to it, it leads to it. So yeah.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
What are some like red flags for you?
Yo, sorry to cut you off, but I just thought of this. Look at the back of your head. It's been looking like you had an idea the whole time.
Oh wow, the light bulb? Don't kill me. I don't think they can see the light bulb.
Okay.
It looks like a light. Comedian. Why
thinking the whole time?
Comedian.
What? No, so I don't know. I love comedy though. Comedy is hilarious.
Okay, yo, real quick, what do you think about the whole, we're off topic, but what do you think about the whole Cat Williams thing, lady? Are you aware?
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I didn't watch it. I heard it was out, but it's like when I see Cat Williams, I'm expecting to see him on stage, right? Like being the comedian he is. Whenever he gets too serious and stuff like that, I'm like, nah, next.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't want to hear this from Cat Williams. So I can't really comment on that because I don't know what he spoke about. I know it was some serious topics, but
basically I think he was saying how like basically exposing the industry and how like Kevin Hart had to be playing gay roles to get up in the industry and like basically calling a lot of people like ludicrous, a lot of people gay. Like, you know, like you guys have to do gay stuff to get up, and me, I stayed straight and I didn't have to like quote unquote suck no beep, you know what I'm saying, to get up, you know what I'm saying, and just I
don't know, man. I didn't watch it. Those kind of things that don't interest me. So I watched like comedy stand-up shows like on YouTube.
But I love gotta admit he's like one of the funniest.
Oh, it's one of the funny for sure.
Is he the GOAT comedian right now?
No, that would be Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's the GOAT.
Dave Chappelle's funny, but I don't know. Cat Williams has more than just a joke. He has an attitude, the way he's so smart.
But the thing that I get too excited talking about comedy, the thing that's different between Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle is such a beautiful storyteller that he paints the picture where you can see the whole story, and then he just hits you with the punchline, and you're like, oh my god, how does this man think of this? Cat Williams, he's more like, he storytells, but at the same time, he's all over the place, because he likes to move around, run around, dive, jump, slide, you know, so it's a whole different show that you're watching.
Interesting.
So, and then you have Kevin Hart. He just
I don't really like. I feel like he's too extra, and he's not.
He's commercialized, yes, for sure. But at the same time, he's still pretty funny. Like on like a roast battle, I'll pick Kevin. I'll pick Kevin.
I feel like he plays that acting stupid role to be funny. Like,
but he can roast you though. Like there's some people that can roast you, and like he's definitely one of them. He's definitely one of them.
Growing up, I used to love Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker was huge.
He was hilarious.
You know my favorite movie of all time to this day?
Rush Hour.
Friday. I go even way back.
Okay.
Friday was
a classic.
Yeah, it was a classic. It was one of the OG. Yeah.
Chris Tucker's a classic.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite comedian?
Debo be like, be quiet. I'll be quiet. When he leaves, I'll be talking again.
No, that part was funny. So who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite right now? Andrew Schultz. No, not all time. Right now is this guy named Andrew Schultz.
Is he the white?
Yeah, he's a white comedian from New York.
Okay.
And now he's touring, like finally selling out arenas. He just sold out MSG like back to back like last month and stuff like that. So I watch a lot of his podcast, Flagrant. I watch Brilliant Idiots. I don't know if you know.
I've heard about
with Charlemagne.
With Charlemagne, yeah. I've seen 1, 2, but I'm not really too into that. Yeah.
No, I love those podcasts. So those are the main 2 podcasts I watch.
Okay. Well, I'm your favorite podcast though.
Podcaster. For sure.
No, for sure. Okay. Shit. What else we covering?
Come on, man. You didn't come prepared this time?
You know.
You had your Super Bowl today and you didn't come prepared? I'm just joking. Just like the freestyle. Yeah, we said it was just going to be a conversation, right? So it's a conversation.
Exactly.
But I'm happy you came through, though.
For sure. I did want to ask you. We were talking about relationship. I did want to.
Man's on that relationship.
I see you running from that.
Man on that relationship trying to get another man.
Nah. But I wanted to ask you like your pet peeves. Like, let's say you go on a date with a girl. What are some things that are just like, if you see her do, you're out of here?
Yo, okay. So this is me being young and dumb, right? So I'll tell you a story of a date that I had.
Okay.
Of a fun story, right?
There you go.
So we're eating. And the thing is, before we pay the bill, I pay the bill and everything, we're about to leave. And then right before we're about to dip through the door, she's like, hold on, I gotta go take a shit.
Wow. Hold on. This is your first date with the girl? Hold on, can you just, what ethnicity, what kind of girl is it?
Oh, she was like a Quebec girl.
Quebecois girl. Hey, la, ça suffit, Quebecois, yeah.
So, that, I'm like, I'm definitely, I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that.
For sure.
But,
I think you can before.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
She's like, she's married with like 3 kids now.
Okay.
So, so, what do you call it?
So you're having a date,
everything
was good.
It was chill.
Good date.
I mean, it wasn't like the perfect date, but it was good. It was good vibes, you know. We were both laughing. We had a good time. And now we're about to exit the restaurant. Before we exit the restaurant, she's like, hold up. Not even I gotta go to the washroom. Hold up, I gotta go take a shit.
Straight up and down.
Yo, you know what I did? Cab. Taxi.
So you waited till she went to the washroom? And then you called your cab?
Yo, and then when
you were driving?
Yo, what? No, not at the time. I didn't have my license or car.
Okay.
I was young, right?
Okay.
So when she comes out, I'm like, oh, I gotta go. My work just called. Didn't even come in for a late afternoon shit. And I just did. Right? I just did. And I never called her back.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like
she didn't try to holler at you?
I don't know. It just never happened after.
Okay.
I think she got the message.
She knew she got the message.
I think she got the message.
Wow.
But it was just that I'm like, is that a pet peeve? I mean, it's a human nature
but
thing.
It's like a turn off, like
yeah.
the first date.
First date, you gotta
you're too comfortable.
Yeah, way too comfortable.
I mean, she could have just said, I'm gonna use the washroom.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a normal person would say, right? But
that's interesting, yo. How do you feel if someone takes a shit on the first date? That's interesting.
Hey, if you keep it quiet and no one has to know, I mean, it's a human body, right?
Exactly.
But don't announce it.
Exactly. She probably ate something that she couldn't eat.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
That was a good high school date. I think that was like my second or third date ever I had in my life.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So don't be going to take a shit on your first date.
No.
More of the story.
It's human body. Don't do you. Just don't have to announce it out loud. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I like a female to be discreet, lady, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I remember when, growing up, my mom, she's my mom. She didn't care. She just let me party and let me ring. I'm like, oh, lady, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but that's funny stuff. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Have any more?
So no, that's the one that came when you said pet peeve. I don't really have any pet peeves when I used to go on dates. I mean, other than if you're rude,
for sure.
That's definitely a turn off.
Sure.
You know, I don't care if you're the hottest person in the room. But attitude says everything, right? So if your attitude is not there, then all right.
Be sweet. Yeah, for sure. Okay. What advice do you have for ladies in terms of like how to keep your man happy?
First of all, I think the happiness should start within themselves. So each individual should be happy first, right? And if they're happy first with themselves, then they can concentrate on how to make the other person happy too. You know?
Bars.
But the thing is, if you ain't happy by yourself, with yourself, how are you gonna make someone else happy, right?
You're a wise man, Niro.
You know, it's I've grown a lot over the years, man. I'm telling you,
For sure.
I have, and it's all just doing the rigorous work on yourself, just doing self-work when people are not looking, when you're home by yourself, when you're just in your own brain, when you have no escape, put away the social media, just concentrate on you, to write down your thoughts, speak it out loud, say what you want to say, don't hold back because you're in your own bubble, you're in your own environment. Don't be afraid to be judged, don't judge yourself. So, yeah, man.
Alright, let's finish it like this.
Alright.
An advice for the youth. What advice do you have for the youth?
What advice I have for the youth is
a gem from the wise man.
A gem from the wise man. You know what? The thing is, the wiseness doesn't come from anywhere else but within yourself, I guess. In a sense, where I mean is like, if you really feel like you want to do something in life, go after it. Just do it. Worry about the how after. Just do it.
It's funny because I'm like that. There's some people that can't do that though. They have to plan it out. Everything has to be perfect. They gotta, you know.
But the thing is, while you're planning it out, you're not doing it. So you're planning it out. What's going to make you fail from actually doing it is not you not doing it.
Yeah,
right? Just do it. Just take the step. Do the extra thing that you want to do. You know, it's like make it happen. You know, just worry about the how after. And that's something I heard somewhere. I forgot which podcast I heard it from. It's like, just do it, worry about the how after. And then I started applying that just to my day-to-day life. It's just like, even when it comes to work related, sometimes it's like, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that? How am I going to explain this email to management? How am I going to get this approved? Well, you know what, I'm going to just do it. And then after that, I'll just reach out to them and be like, yo, this and this. And usually it tends to work out. So it's all about being confident in yourself and just doing it. Yeah.
Hear that, young people? Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, respect Niro, man. We had a good conversation.
Respect for you, man. You finally had me on your podcast.
For sure. Got you. Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to shout out? Where can they find you? What's your Instagram? I don't know.
My Instagram is too long to say right now, so we're going to write it in the description. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Y'all can follow me on that. I'm not really that big on social media. I tend to post mainly fitness things.
Okay.
If you like fitness, if you want to have a good workout, you can always come holler and we'll definitely get the work done.
For sure.
So, yeah.
You already know. Bless up, dog.
Yes, thank you.
I keep it 100, like boarded in the streets, but especially when recorded. Mint tea in the morning, then I beat up the beat like those to a Mormon.